Yeah, we drink and play games. This is Barcadium. Gross. That is so gross. That is a no. I will leave this show gross. So what next? 2 words. Because if you ain't down with that, you're fucked. Now me and Ashley are making sandcastles. Gavin and Green Bee just found a volleyball.
Just found a volleyball.
Just found one. Tell you what, I'm dead now. No, absolutely not.
No, we're not doing that. We're not dealing with Juniper either. Let's go see the Sandcastles because Ashley's there.
In the distance, I see what appears to be a myriad of sandcastles, which makes sense. I mean, I'd be worried if it was a whole bunch of not sandcastles on the beach. During my many beach outings as a kid, there were always multiple sandcastle competitions going on.
Competitions, wow.
Yeah, you never seen those?
No.
The competitions are fucking intense. Like I've seen people like create like.
I mean, not like in person. Like,
oh.
I'm aware that those like.
That's a thing. Yes.
Yeah, but like nowhere I never went to.
And in front of me, our own Funplex fabricators have entered the fray. With Naomi being our arcade builder and Ashley with all of her cosplay craftiness, it's no wonder why these two are up to the sandcastle challenge.
That's fair.
As I jog over to them. Which, by the way, again, this game does very well with body types. Mm-hmm. Which I notice again. Like, do you notice how, like, Ashley,
they're
like,
different.
it strangely goes V, but then it's like she still has hip.
Yeah.
But, like, her hips just kind of meld all in. Yeah. I just appreciate that this game does different
Shows
body
actual body type.
Yes. Like, not everyone is the same. Mm-hmm. Like, Ashley's a little bit more up
She's
top.
broad-shouldered.
A little bit more broad-shouldered, whereas like Naomi is like more defined. Mm-hmm. Like honest to God, I love that there's just different types.
Yeah.
As I jog over them, I see Ashley laughing over her castle and Naomi meticulously measuring something over her citadel on her citadel.
I'll go to castling.
Great, because I can't do that voice for much longer.
Amazing!
Rah! Do you see all these amazing sandcastles? Also cute.
She's not trying to win. Properly made sandcastles aren't cute, Ashley.
Oh, what are they, Naomi?
Assuming they're not just made by kids for funsies, a proper sandcastle can be a structural masterpiece.
Wonderful.
Naomi's not wrong. I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to have fun, you don't go to Naomi.
She's a killjoy, yes. Every grain of sand must be in its proper spot, or the whole thing comes crashing down. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right. To be fair to Naomi, and I hate to do this, I'm like that sometimes. It just
absolutely.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
On what it is, I'm like, no, but if it's just like we're supposed to have fun and it's like something I don't care about, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Nobody says this without lifting her eye. Like a sandcastle thing, I'd be like, well, I suck at it anyway, so I don't care.
I'm gonna have fun with Ashley.
But if it's something I'm good at, I'm like,
no!
Yeah,
Naomi, let's do it this proper way.
Yes. Naomi says this without lifting her eyes away from her castle. She's so focused that I don't think she's blinking even.
And what exactly are you doing, Naomi?
Let me explain.
I'm making sure each embrasure?
I don't know.
Embrasure.
There's a few ways that can go. I don't know which is
There's
the
a lot of ways
actual
that
correct
can go,
one.
yeah. I'm making sure each embrasure is equidistant. I know that one around the tower. Otherwise, it'll all be asymmetrical. All be in an asymmetrical mess.
Makes sense.
I take a moment to actually appreciate their castles. Naomi's is a structural masterpiece. Straight, perfect. Edges meet bold, flat walls which produce an almost perfect medieval castle. She even added an ocean water moat complete with drawbridge. How? It's sand. Ashley is... Oh, well, I mean, if it's laying flat. Ashley is equivocally impressive, too. It's a soft, fluffy fantasy castle. The foundation is made of sculpted sand clouds, like an elegant castle in the sky, complete with spiral staircases encircling slightly slanted towers.
I like the sound of Ashley's. So I take it you both entered the competition.
I'm saving you.
You're saving me?
Yeah.
Why?
I saved you. Just know I saved you. Of course!
Yeah, no, Waka. You should make one too. It's not too loud.
Yeah, I think there's still like a half an hour left on the competition, and since it's at an amateur level, latecomers are allowed.
But both of you have made some extraordinary castles. My architectural skills are somewhat lacking in the Sandcastle area.
Oh.
Those sound like some sad excuses. They're perfectly good excuses, Ashley.
It's not like we're professional sandcastlers either. Wecky, it's not about winning. What? It's not the line I expect from her.
Naomi looks over at Ashley, who's giving her a smile accompanied by a questioning look.
Okay, it's a little bit about winning. I mean, I'm super try-harding this and trying to win with a perfectly constructed little castle. But for me, mostly it's about setting out a challenge for myself and completing it properly. There's nothing more satisfying than that.
Plus, we'll be here helping you die. How'd you plan on helping me start a castle? Will you be completing your own? Sounds difficult. We're almost done with ours, anyway.
Yep.
If we have 3 castles in the competition, that's one more chance for us to bring home the gold.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Come on and join us.
Yes.
Join us, Waka! Join us!
And that tiny plastic shovel. I'd rather just help both of you out. No thanks, Wecky's got good back here.
Let's get that plastic shovel. Let's get in this.
Give me it! When I was younger, I remember watching sand sculptures carefully craft their castle. I'd watch for hours just staring in awe. I made my fair share of them too, trying to imitate the professionals, but they were never more than lumps of sand that vaguely indicated shapes. I'm not that competitive, but like Naomi said, it's just for fun, so why not?
I'm going to need a bucket, a melon bowler, and a funnel. Stat.
Yes.
Lots of spirit, Waka.
I just put the finishing touches on mine. Let me help you get the base started.
Is this not cheating though? Like,
Naomi and Ashley and I dug our hands deep into the sand and started shoveling, pouring, and constructing. I'll bury you if you say that this is cheating.
so what are you gonna name your castle? Huh? You can't just make a sand castle and not give it an epic name.
Ashley has a solid point. To give it a name is to give it life. I have names for all my important tools back in the shop too. This is gonna be bad.
So beautiful.
My soldering iron is named Melty. My multimeter is named Zappy. My ROM burner is named Sir Romulus Romanoff III.
Uh-huh. I can't say anything. My car is named. It's named Virginia Dalloway.
Oh, that's right. You did name it that. I'm sorry. I did know that. I was like, you named your car? And I was like, oh, right. No, you did. You're right.
Miss Virginia Dalloway. Maybe not something quite that grand for mine. How about the Funplex?
My computer, to be fair, I've named my disk drives. So the C drive is the Royal Drive. The D drive is the Royal Flush. And my F drive, which is the 4 terabyte hard drive that I have down there, it's a solid state. Oh, no, not a solid state. It's a whatever. The external one that I have is named Basement Jacks. After, yes, the band, and also because it exists in the basement of that PC. So I named it Basement Jacks. Because I'm Blackjack, it's in the basement.
Yeah.
Jack, Basement Jacks.
Basement Jacks?
Yes. That's the F drive.
Both Ashley and Naomi bust up laughing.
That's very appropriate. The Funplex is practically a castle, right?
What if I make it look like the Funplex? It already looks like it, kind of.
That's because the Funplex is just a box and we've only made the foundation of for our castle. But if you can carve in the sign and the double front doors...
Naomi happily starts putting the details on the sand Funplex while Ashley and I cheer her on.
That looks so good. Naomi, you're so good at having steady hands. You really should join me in making some cosplay. You'd be great.
Naomi's stealing your woman.
How dare.
Making costumes does sound fun, but I'm not sure if I can handle all the pressure of people looking at me. I usually work alone, you know.
We don't have to do it at a con or anything. We just get dressed up and prance around the forest.
That's a bit more my style. Well, except maybe for the bugs and poison ivy and stuff.
What is happening?
We continue chatting as we construct the Sand Funplex grain by grain, a Fun Castle grain by grain, and take semblance of the actual Funplex. We managed to finish it just in time before the judging commences.
Here comes the judge.
The officiant of the Sandcastle Challenge comes towards us and looks over the castles. With an arbiter's eye, they glance over ours and nod in respect of a job well done. They didn't even realize I was holding my breath in anticipation, and once the Sandcastle judge leaves us, I let out a huge sigh.
I think that's a good sign, right? The nod. That means we did it. We're gonna win.
There's still many others out there to judge, but I'd say a nod counts nicely as a compliment.
Good.
But which one? Whose sand scales will reign supreme?
Waka, what do you think? Who's got the winner chicken dinner? Who, me? I'm not a judge of fine sandcastles.
Just do it for funsies. Let's hear what you think.
Oh, lordy. Oh god. Okay, Ashley's Castle in the Sky, Naomi's Medieval Masterpiece. It's not gonna be that one, or the Sand Funplex. It's either the Sand Funplex or Ashley's Castle in the Sky. I vote Ashley's Castle in the Sky. Let's butter her up, and then other buttering can happen later.
Gross. That is so gross. That is no. I will leave this show gross. Just unacceptable in so many ways. Alright, fine.
Most of the castles out there are rigid, lifelike replicas of historical castles, while Ashley's has a more airy feel to it.
Because it's in the air. Ashley's is... Ashley's is so different from the rest. I think he'll outshine the others and win over the judges. Duh! You're too sweet, waka.
I agree. Oh, damn. Why did I give you triple?
The same thing.
I agree. Ashley's Fantasy Castle is sure to catch the eyes of the judges. You know, a wonderful job with it. I can't wait to see you win.
Naomi, you're wonderful.
I'm sorry, Naomi. It's okay. Your Sandcastle was definitely better, but you know,
Thanks. Oh.
You're cool too, Naomi. High five.
I think they just finished tallying up the scores.
Wait not so patiently as the judge makes their round across the beach. I see them stop next to a particularly dramatic looking sandcastle. Pulling out a bright blue ribbon, they prop it next to the castle,
Oh, no.
which means...
Poops.
Well, poop!
Double poop. Oh no.
Don't feel too down. If it wasn't meant to be, it was meant to be.
Pabst Blue Ribbon sponsored this. So of course they picked the shitty sandcastle.
How very pragmatic of you, Waka. We did have a blast, though.
Fuck pragmatism.
But I hate losing.
We just gotta win next year, Naomi.
I don't care about next year.
Maybe if all three of us join forces again, we can build the best sandcastle this beach has ever seen.
Maybe.
We should spend some time practicing more, which means more beach trips.
Sure. I like that. I'm in.
I bet you would.
Great. Next year, Team Ashley is going to eradicate the competition.
I think you mean Team. I think you mean Team Naomi.
You two can fight over that next year. I think I'm covered in enough sand for a while. I'm going to see about being slightly less sandy. I hear ya, but Naomi and I aren't done here. We got one last thing we gotta do. Oh, what's that?
Destroy our creations! Quickly, drop an elbow on it like Macho Man.
Ha! I'll leave you to it then. I don't have a good elbow. I am a mighty dragon. Fear me, tiny sun people! That was interesting.
Both of them smile wildly at each other and laugh. Walking away, I can hear the sounds of devastation behind me. I peek back one last time to see the castles come crashing down before I set my eyes forward. So what next?
On the next episode of Barcadium.
I will break my neck in half!